be supporting Senator Eckert with really opening us up as our sort of keynote speaker this afternoon, and really bringing her words of wisdom and championship and advocacy for all of us to start off this celebration. So with that, Dr. Cole, if you would like to offer a few words.
No, thank you very much, Katie. And it's Ben, or at most Dr. Ben. Folks, in a year of such incredible challenges, this has just always been a wonderful event to come and celebrate each other, as Katie has said. And as a social worker, I think about it as a form of community self-care. The Caliber Awards is a special time each year. And I get a special job, which is really to, on behalf of the board, to thank Katie and her team for the hard work that they've done this year. And to do so, I think about our logo, the 4 words that in each of the petals of our logo, that tables of the legs of the table, if you will, the resources, guidance, wholeness, and hope. And when I reflect back on this year, Katie and her team have provided amazing performance in each of these areas. Whether it's shepherding systems integration between substance use or mental health, leading weekly stakeholder calls that shared resources between providers or sought solutions with MDH or BHA or the ASO. See, us retired guys still remember our alphabet. Or distributing PPE, massive PPE distributions. This team really deserves all of our thanks. So I'm going to ask us all to give a big Zoom thank you, Katie and the team. Please put your hands up for them. Come on now, everybody. Let's get a little hey, and a wave and a thanks. So with no further ado then, on behalf of the board of directors, I welcome you to the 23rd Midshore Behavioral Health Caliber Awards.
Thank you, Ben. We appreciate your welcoming remarks. And yes, the celebration and the kudos, I think, go all around to all of us. This was a hard year to really move through selecting and picking out which awards should go to who, because honestly, I think everybody really deserves the acknowledgement. And today we just get to highlight some real champions, but it was a difficult year because we've all really risen to the commitment to serve, and it's just been outstanding. So thank you. So with that, Senator Eckert is here to welcome us officially. And of course, we are always just enlightened by your advocacy and your true spirit of being a behavioral health champion. And it's always nice to see you. And I have to say, Senator Eckert has only missed, I think, 2 provider network meetings in the almost 15 months that we've hosted them. So you get a gold star today for attendance as well. So thank you so much for, in your busy schedule, taking time out to sit and gather with us and provide us with your knowledge and your guidance as we move through the past several months and joining us with our providers. It's been such a gift. So thank you again.
Thank you, Katie and Dr. Cole, Dr. Ben. To everybody who's here today, I want to just say welcome, congratulations, and this is indeed a time to celebrate. As I looked at the numbers, we have like 82 people who are participating, and though I can't see all of your faces on the screen at the same time, which would kind of be fun, I just wanted to say you each one are a champion. Each one of you brings something to this spectacular tapestry that we all together weave in the delivery of services. Now, if you think about a tapestry, the top of it is absolutely drop dead gorgeous. But if you turn it over, you'll wonder, what in the world is that? Because sometimes it looks like a mess. It has mixed colors, it has knots, it has bumps. It's not as beautiful as the side that everybody sees on a regular basis. So I think this year has been a lot like that. And we know that life is a lot like that as we go through. We started this year in a crisis. And as you know, the Chinese symbol for crisis is danger or opportunity. And I think everyone has taken the crisis to turn it into opportunity. It's none curious to me that we've been in existence for 23 years. But if you think back 20 years ago, we had one of the worst catastrophic events in our lifetime, 9/11. And here we are 20 years later with another catastrophic event. Now think about that. Catastrophic event means that life changes and will never be the same for many, many, many of us. There was a turn. And so what I thought I'd like to do today as we celebrate is to look back and talk about lessons learned from COVID. So real quickly, you've heard me do this before. You know, I order my life and my business and my personal life with Gunderson's model of therapeutic milieu. And you've heard me talk about that before. It's the SSSIV: safety, structure, support, involvement, and validation. And I'd just like to say that I think all of us use this in our various ways. So think about that. You know, a year ago, it was safety first, right? Where's the PPE? How are we going to get it? We don't have enough. What are we going to do with our clients? Our whole personal world was upside down. And so those that we serve and our families were also, all of us, impacted at the same time. But right away, we got to work to get to the business of what do we need to put in place to maintain safety for everybody. Along with that, we also know that we needed support. So we really needed to lean on each other. And so, Katie, you did a tremendous job of pulling that group together right at the beginning so that we could look after the safety and well-being of our clients by providing the necessary materials that we needed. And if we couldn't get it, we figured out a way to get it. If you remember, where are we going to beg, borrow, or steal it? And how many quarts of bleach do we need? And how much do we need? And where are our crisis centers? How are we going to maintain what we're doing? There was a lot of mechanics that went into that as we provided safety, support, and then structure. You know, we had to put the bare bones structure in place for every aspect of the programming to be assured that we could continue to provide services. And that's when we did a real switch from being together in a room to being able to reach out to people. And that's where we worked on that involvement. How do we stay connected to each other? Well, we had our groups that we met with, but we also needed to figure out how do we continue to reach out to those in crisis, to those who need support, to those who are shut down and isolated. There was a lot of time and energy spending in how do we get reimbursed for the phones? Can we use the phones? You know, who has an iPad? Who has, you know, what's the broadband capability? What's the cell capability? All of that had to be done. And as we involved everybody, it was all hands on deck. And we know that all of a sudden schedules had more importance, consistency had more importance, because we had to look out for that safety, structure, and support for ourselves as we provided those for our family and for those we serve. There were no dropouts on this one. So we went out to get, and you went out to make sure that everybody was in the mix. And I think that may be one of the greatest assets that we found through this pandemic, that we do have each other to rely on. And we do validate each other every day, recognizing our strengths, what unique contribution each one of us brings, referring back again to that beautiful tapestry. There are shades of colors, and there are definitions in that coloring that really highlights the beautiful picture that results as we all work together. So once again, I think COVID was an interesting experience for us to highlight what we do best and how do we continue to build our networks together, because goodness knows there is more need than ever before because of this catastrophic event that turned everything upside down. And we will continue, you and your team will continue to celebrate, to make it right, so nobody is left behind, nobody is left out. It doesn't matter who we are. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I think we will be stronger, and as you said, more resilient. And let's take this time, each and every one, to celebrate all that we've achieved and all that we've become out of a very difficult year. God bless you all, and thank you.
Thank you, Senator Eckert. That was wonderful. I love the tapestry analogy. I might borrow that. That's really neat. So thank you so much. And we appreciate all of your support. So we are going to dive right in to our awards. And I apologize. We do have a sort of an agenda for today. For those of you who are familiar with some of our awards here that we will be presenting this afternoon, we have some of the more established and long-term recognized awards that we're holding some of those for the end. So please stay with us if you can. Of course, we're going to be closing out with lifetime achievement, which is always nice. So if you're able to, please hang on until the end. Oh, and here we have a slide. Thank you, Kelly. This is, as I mentioned earlier, one of the many slides that we have that highlights some of the beautiful artwork out of our Eastern Shore Hospital Center artists. And so thank you for including that. So the first, I believe our first award category this afternoon is the Child and Adolescent Award. So I think Audra Chabanier, I will pass it over to you to recognize Rachel. Thank you.
Thank you, Katie. The Child and Adolescent Award recognizes an individual who has shown exemplary dedication to our group's mission of all children and families will be safe and happy and healthy in their communities, have access to quality behavioral health services, and the opportunity to utilize supportive community resources. This individual is committed to developing relationships, collaborating with community partners, and connecting individuals and families to quality services to foster resiliency and growth. This individual is a fierce and knowledgeable advocate for children, youth, and families, and works diligently to improve behavioral health service delivery across the continuum. It is my pleasure to honor this year's Child and Adolescent Award nominee, Rachel Stoyanov. Rachel is the Early Childhood Engagement Lead with Maryland Coalition of Families. Rachel is a true treasure of the Eastern Shore community. Rachel is a Talbot County wife, mom, preschool teacher, family peer support, friend, musician, and so much more. Having 2 children on the autism spectrum has brought her to this work. Her excellent experiences in seeking resources and supports for her own family have helped her to pave a way for others who share similar challenges to find the help and hope they need for their children. She's been a pioneer in MCF's newly added early childhood mental health services, simultaneously paving the way into this new program area, developing program standards, and providing oversight as the early childhood engagement lead. Her engagement and intervention with prenatal families and families with children birth to 5 years old aids in early identification of learning disabilities and mental health challenges in youth across the Eastern Shore community. This, in turn, yields better outcomes for these families as she uses these indicators to refer families to appropriate services, ensuring better outcomes for the families and youth. Rachel works tirelessly to tailor her support to meet the unique needs of the dozens of families she serves. She also serves on several committees aimed at improving the outcomes of children and adolescents in our region, including local care teams, Maryland State Department of Education Special Education State Advisory Council, and the Eastern Shore School Mental Health Coalition. Her dedication, passion, and upbeat demeanor leave every professional, partner, and parent with compassion, hope, empowerment, and a better sense of direction for the needs of their children. Thank you, Rachel. And now I will pass the baton to Akima, who will deliver the next award.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much. So the next award that we're going to be presenting is going to be the Forensic Mental Health Award. This award honors a member of the workforce community or of the forensic work group. This nominee will be someone who serves tirelessly in the community advocating for clients that currently have judiciary requirements and behavioral health concerns. The recipient must be striving hard to help reduce stigma and trauma to this unique population of people. This year's award is going out to the team of WellPath. WellPath has been an excellent community partner this year. They have provided direct behavioral health services and follow-up with clients after being released from detention. WellPath has been great at doing a warm handoff for individuals needing more intensive services after leaving the detention facilities. Midshore Behavioral Health has worked directly with WellPath on more than 3 direct cases this year that involve multi-D meetings and direct care coordination. The cases have been in Dorchester, Caroline, and Kent counties. A WellPath staff member from each noted county detention center has provided detailed services that extended beyond the expectations of normal case management. So a special recognition goes out to the staff members of WellPath, beginning with Mr. Bill Rhodes. And Bill Rhodes has been the mental health coordinator at WellPath for the last 13 years in all 5 Midshore counties. So kudos to Bill. Thank you so much. The next recipient is Miss Angela Murray. And Angela has worked as a social worker for the past 26 years. After serving 18 years working with children and families, she's now working in the detention center along with the WellPath team. So thank you so much, Angela, for your service. The next recipient is Miss Colleen Kennedy. And Colleen is working in the Caroline County Detention Center for the past 4 years. And she is passionate about treating people with co-occurring disorders and assisting with successful community reentry from incarceration. The next recipient is Miss Jenna Haynes. And she's a newbie with this team. She started back in February, and it started out with a bang because it's busy in Caroline County. And she was formerly working at the James T. Vaughn Correctional Center in Smyrna, Delaware. Wow, kudos to you, Jen. And next we have Stephanie Hewitt. And she has been employed with WellPath since 2008, working part-time, and she's at Dorchester Detention Center. And she enjoys working with the clients there in collaboration with multiple community agencies. So we thank you all so very much. We appreciate your service and kudos to the whole WellPath team. Thank you.
This is just a question. Did we want to open it up for any of the awardees to say a few words, or are we just gonna move through? I'm happy to make the space if anybody would like to make a comment.
Well, I'll say thank you to all of you and to Kim for always answering my many calls for help. So thanks to the team. I'm honored to be included with you guys and to work in this community. So thank you all.
Yeah, congratulations.
Hello, everyone. So next we are going to do the Roundtable on Homelessness Awards. And the Roundtable on Homelessness Award recognizes an individual who has shown exemplary dedication to our group's mission of ending homelessness in the Midshore region. This individual is committed to developing relationships, collaborating with community partners, and connecting individuals and families to quality services to foster resiliency and growth. This individual is a fierce and knowledgeable advocate for those experiencing homelessness in our communities and works diligently to improve service delivery across the continuum. So we actually have 2 awards, and I am honored to present the first award to Miss Sydney Boone, the Housing Program Administrator for Queen Anne's County Department of Community Services. Sydney Boone is a Housing Program Administrator for Queen Anne's County Department of Community Services. A large part of her job is to prevent evictions and rehouse the homeless. She provides case management and always goes above and beyond for her clients. She has successfully rehoused over 50 individuals and families. Sydney has worked in Queen Anne's County for 19 years. Her dedication goes beyond the regular workday. She is always available by cell phone and has even taken time out of her vacation to help a client in need. Her sister-in-law and her former coworker in the LMB, Jennifer Stansberry, always says Sydney definitely found her niche when she joined the Department of Housing and Community Services. Before devoting her time to helping people in the community, she was the administrative assistant for the Queen Anne's County Local Management Board, where she also served on the local care team. And during that time, she worked with a team that provided services for children at risk. In her personal life, Sydney is a wonderful mother to her son and her daughter, and a Grammy to her 2 grandchildren. She enjoys spending time with her family, camping, and most importantly, shopping till she drops. Congratulations, Sydney. We are so happy to work with you and so proud of everything that you do for this community. And if you would like to, you could say anything before we continue.
I just want to say thank you to everyone for this award. It really means a lot. And thank you to everyone here today for everything that you do. Thanks.
Thanks, Sydney. And next, I'm going to introduce Janine Beasley, the Continuum of Care Manager, to present the next award.
Thanks, Jasmine. And also, I'm just going to do a quick thank you to Cindy as well. We are super appreciative of all that you do for our Roundtable on Homelessness and for our Roundtable partners. So the next Roundtable award goes to another wonderful lady, Miss Lynn Keckler. So Lynn Keckler is the Executive Director for His Hope Ministries, and she is just a joy to work with. For about over 7 years, Lynn has demonstrated leadership, compassion, and commitment towards ending homelessness in the Midshore. Her work as the executive director at His Hope Ministries truly expands beyond the walls of her agency and touches all corners of our community. Lynn is a committed advocate and strategizer, continuously cultivating new partnerships and programs to meet the needs of the individuals His Hope Ministry serves. Her compassion, empathy, and optimism are contagious, and she leaves every person she interacts with a renewed sense of purpose and passion for serving individuals experiencing homelessness. Lynn ensures that people who engage with His Hope remain empowered and connected to services and support systems even beyond their program to ensure lasting and long-term success in the community. Lynn is a true asset to the Midshore, and she should be recognized for her innovative upstream and strategic management of her programs, which have helped so many families and individuals on the Midshore. Thank you for everything that you do, Lynn, and I'm going to go ahead and ask if you'd like to say a little something.
I will. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, that was so nice to hear all of that stuff. It truly takes every single one of us working together to make a difference. And I appreciate so much the support of the Roundtable, the support of our board of directors, and of course, my staff. What we do is all of us together and all of us on the Midshore together. And I just appreciate each and every one of you. And I'm so thankful. This award just recognizes all of us, and I'm very grateful. Thanks so much.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ann. I'm going to be introducing or getting the Special Recognition Awards started, because under Special Recognition Awards, there are many different categories. And there are so many people that we would love to recognize and that are worthy of this recognition. And we definitely had many nominations, but only some can be recognized. But I think we all should be congratulate ourselves and recognize ourselves as doing this hard work in our communities. So the categories under the Special Recognition Awards, our special recognition category is transition age youth, deaf and hard of hearing, the Latino population, technology, volunteers, employment, advocacy, consumers' choice, behavioral health integration, peer support, emergency crisis services, education, trauma prevention, leadership, defeating stigma, suicide prevention, substance use, wellness and recovery, and unsung hero. And I'm going to be turning it over to Brandy James to share about her special recognition for the Caroline County Sheriff's Department.
You're muted, Brandy.
I apologize. Hi, I'm Brandy James. I'm the CIT coordinator for the Midshore region. The CIT program is ran within the affiliated Sante group. For those of you who don't know, CIT is a community-based pre-booking jail diversion program, which provides specialized intervention training to law enforcement officers who respond to people in a serious mental health crisis. Originating from a model that began in 1988 in Memphis, Tennessee, the Midshore CIT program consists of 3 components: intensive training, strong mental health partnerships, and significant mental health consumer and family involvement. Due to COVID-19 restrictions, the 2021 CIT program had a slow start to training. However, the program continued to train safely with precautions and managed to train over 50 law enforcement officers in the Midshore region during the COVID pandemic. While COVID slowed everything down around us, I am proud to say the Midshore CIT program continued going and growing with the help of all of our partners. Each year, the Midshore CIT program recognizes the outstanding work and service to our community. Every agency in the Midshore region has participated with the CIT program, and for that, we would like to recognize and thank those agencies for their efforts and continued support. We are proud to recognize these exceptional public servants who use CIT training techniques to ensure every person in the Midshore counties receive the help they need during crisis. We are grateful to live and work in communities where responders de-escalate critical situations. This year, we will recognize an outstanding CIT leader in the Midshore region and one agency in the region that has exemplified excellence within the CIT program. The CIT Leadership Award is designed for law enforcement leadership who promotes CIT and ensures support for their local CIT team, CIT core elements, practices, and partnerships. Nominees are limited to police chiefs, sheriffs, and wardens. It is with great honor that I present the 2021 CIT Leadership Award to Sheriff Roundy Bounds of Caroline County Sheriff's Office for effective leadership of the Caroline County Sheriff's Office and bringing the Safe Station project to fruition at the Caroline County Sheriff's Office. Consumers and families can now walk into the Caroline County Sheriff's Office and receive linkage to addiction services without the threat of being arrested. Caroline County Sheriff's Office is the first sheriff's agency in the Eastern Shore to open its doors to become a safe station. Sheriff Bounds was one of the first sheriffs in the Eastern Shore to commit to having 100% of his staff trained in CIT. And as of today, he has over 80% of his staff trained. Sheriff Bounds has led the successful implementation of the CIT program within his office. The implementation of CIT in Caroline County Sheriff's Office has enabled the safety of all persons on the scene of a mental health crisis, including the person in crisis, their families, and the officers. These efforts of Sheriff Bounds display the heart of CIT, bridging the gap between law enforcement, behavioral health, and the community. And I want to say congratulations, Sheriff Bounds. And I have a second award, which is the Community Impact Award, which is presented to the entire Caroline County Sheriff's Office for the opening of the safe station within their agency. The agency, under the leadership of Sheriff Bounds, committed to providing a safe environment for individuals to come and seek help for addiction issues without the threat of being arrested. The entire agency has committed to treating an individual as a person and linking the individual to a peer that can offer further assistance. This is an impact that will greatly benefit the Caroline County community and surrounding communities, as the Caroline County Sheriff's Office will allow anyone to come in for help, thus having the potential to decrease substance usage within our community. Good work, Caroline County Sheriff's officers. Plaques for these awards will be presented to the agency later. I will now ask if Sheriff Bounds has any words. Sorry.
Thank you very much, Brandy. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. What an honor. What a way to finish out a Friday. Thank you guys so much. But it's certainly a team effort, and you're pointing way too much credit my way. Thank you very much. But it is honestly a team effort, and you all have done a wonderful, wonderful job with the Safe Station and with the CIT training. We couldn't do it without you. So thank you very much. I appreciate the award, and on behalf of the Caroline County Sheriff's Office, thank you for the award. It is an honor to work with all of you. Thank you very much.
Kelly, I'm going to ask you to skip the next one if you can, and we'll come back to her because she's not going to be available until 2 o'clock.
Thank you, Audra. I will skip on. We'll skip on.
Great, thank you.
Okay, the next special recognition is for behavioral health integration, trauma, and the award recipient is Colleen Kennedy. So Colleen's nomination came in from Alicia Salisbury. So COVID-19 greatly impacted the way the programs were able to run inside the correctional facilities. Colleen was able to make the continued services of the Tamar program run without any snags. She collaborated with the Midshore trauma specialist, Alicia Salisbury, each week so that female inmates could continue to receive trauma services. At a time when the world was experiencing a trauma as a result of a global health pandemic, she communicated each week to ensure Alicia could hold telehealth services via phone. She would coordinate with officers inside Caroline County Detention Center to make sure the female inmates with co-occurring disorders and trauma were available for these continued sessions. She also communicated with the admin as needed so that Alicia, the Tamar program, could get expressive therapy exercises to the recipients. Without Colleen's willingness and collaboration this year, would have been a big hardship on the Tamar program and all the women in the detention center. So kudos again to you, Colleen, for your hard work in Caroline County. We appreciate everything that you've done this year. And if you would like to make some remarks again, please feel free to do so, but we really are giving you a big pat on the back.
Thank you again. Connection is one of the most important things we have as humans. So I was just really grateful I was in the position to help everyone maintain a little bit of connection throughout this experience. And thank you again, everyone.
Thank you, Colleen, and thank you, Kim. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sharon Lewis, and I am one of the behavioral health coordinators here at Midshore Behavioral Health. Our next special recognition is for the category of leadership, and it goes to none other than the Honorable Savannah Winston. Savannah Winston is a well-known community member who, among other titles, serves on the Preston Town Council. When presented with the idea to substantially increase the Minority Outreach Technical Assistance Grant, or MOTA grant, in Caroline County, she jumped at the opportunity. The grant is a $250,000 award to support prevention, outreach, and information about opioid and other substance use. Savannah worked diligently with faith-based leaders. My apologies. My papers got out of order. Here we go. To write the grant for submission to the Behavioral Health Administration in October of 2019, with plans to begin the project in 2020. Even with the impact of the pandemic, she was able to gather partners back to the drawing board to discuss how they could accomplish the program deliverables within the CDC restrictions and guidelines. The partners met virtually to discuss unconventional plans and how to outreach into the Caroline County community. The Active Recovery Center, or Arc of Hope, was able to hire a peer support specialist, is staffed with 4 program managers, and also has a hotline. And it has been able to be successful along with guidance from the Caroline County Health Department. With her leadership, the Arc of Hope has shared hundreds of pamphlets, is able to provide peer support sessions, and also has been instructional in providing meals in the community and distributing PPE and care packages. Among other things, Savannah is a Caroline County native. She is very active, again, being the first person of color elected to as a commissioner for the town of Preston. She is a mother. She is a small business owner. I'm running out of paper here. And last but not least, she is a member of the sorority Zeta Phi Beta Incorporated. So congratulations to the Honorable Savannah Winston. At this time, Savannah, do you have any words to say?
Thank you so very much. It's very humbling. Community service is what I'm about. And when there's an opportunity and the need for leadership in the area, I do take the opportunity to jump on in there to move things forward. And so very proud to be able to lead and be a part of the Arc of Hope program and the impact that we are having in the Caroline County community. So thank you very, very much.
So at this time, it looks like we're going to turn it over to Kelly for the next award. Thank you.
Second.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kelly Moran, and I am so pleased to recognize in the special recognition category for transitioning age youth, the Latino population, volunteers, employment and education, Ms. Linda Austin. This nomination is extensive and every word is just precious to me. Our community is made up of folks who give of their time and service without being asked. And it looks like Ms. Austin, who I have yet to meet, is one of those folks. Linda Austin is a community member and self-employed business owner in Queen Anne's County. For over 10 years, Mrs. Austin has dedicated a significant amount of time serving Queen Anne's County Public Schools, as well as Queen Anne's County as a whole. Mrs. Austin was an original founding member of the Queen Anne's County Anti-Bullying Committee and was instrumental in creating a Unity Day where all schools in Queen Anne's County engaged in activities to raise awareness about bullying and how to prevent bullying in our schools and community. This past year was extremely challenging for many of our marginalized students and families due to COVID. As Queen Anne's County Public Schools set up food distribution sites for families, Mrs. Austin took it on her own accord to ensure that families with transportation barriers received food and supplies throughout the pandemic and shutdown. Mrs. Austin coordinated with the school system and personally delivered to families in need in all areas of Queen Anne's County. In addition, Mrs. Austin reached out to various businesses for donations of milk, bread, and non-perishable food items. These donations were refrigerated and stored in her business location in Stevensville and ultimately delivered as a supplement to Queen Anne's County Public Schools provisions to students who were in need. Mrs. Austin continued her volunteer food delivery throughout the summer and during the 2021 school year. If not for Mrs. Austin's dedication to deliver needed food and supplies to marginalized families and her ability to secure supplemental food and supplies, many of our families and students in Queen Anne's County would have suffered significantly and disproportionately during the COVID-19 shutdown. Mrs. Austin's dedication to volunteering and serving families in Queen Anne's County did not stop with providing and delivering food to families. She also created the organization Christmas Angels to ensure all marginalized students and families in Queen Anne's County would be able to celebrate the holidays during times of crisis and financial hardship. The Christmas Angels partnered with Adopt-A-Bear and provided gifts and supplies to students in grades pre-K through the 12th grade that were in need. Finally, Mrs. Austin hires and employs multiple middle and high school students at her place of business. In this role, Mrs. Austin is much more than an employer, as she takes the time to truly get to know each youth and mentors them so they are truly prepared for the world of work and whatever challenges they plan to take on. These middle and high school students are also recruited to assist her with the many volunteer activities that she is involved in. Mrs. Austin continues to assist all our students and is also always looking for other ways she can serve families in Queen Anne's County. It is my great pleasure to recognize Ms. Austin for all of her contributions. And if Mrs. Austin is with us in our Zoom event, I would ask that she say a few words.
I'm here. It's my pleasure. I love where I live. I love my community. And I think it's important that I'm a Queen Anne's County high school graduate. I think it's important to give back. And I think it's important for our younger people today to do community service, as well as understand that they can succeed in the business world, as well as they can succeed in anything that they put their dreams and aspirations to. So it's important that we support them.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Austin. We all applaud your work and your efforts, and thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, on that note, I have been advised that Miss Amica Jackson is in the house. So I am going to go in reverse order so that we can find Miss Jackson's slide and honor her. And we are so grateful that Miss Jackson has she is otherwise occupied this afternoon, but is taking a time out so that she can join us in person. I will hand over the floor to Sharon. Are you introducing?
No, Audra.
Oh, Audra. Thank you, Audra. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Kelly. It is my honor to award the next special recognition award to Amica Jackson, founder and director of Harvesting Hope Youth and Family Wellness Incorporated. If you've not had the opportunity to meet Amica, let me introduce you to the mother of two, a grandmother, the founder of Harvesting Hope Youth and Family Wellness, and she has two fur babies. She's a presenter, trainer, Reiki therapist, play therapist, licensed supervisor, author, and LCPC. Amica always had dreams of starting her own business to help those with mental health concerns. She knows that there is more to just helping the individual. She looks at therapy from the entire lens, which includes the family and all the systems within the respective community. Given the disparities, she was persuaded to open practice in Dorchester County, where there was such a need for mental health services. In 2014, she opened the door to Harvesting Hope. Amica became the first African-American to own a clinical mental health business in the county and grew her small business to now employ 6 staff. After 2 years in the county, she incorporated as a 501c3 nonprofit in an effort to extend free community services and programming. Her community programs include employment skills training, monthly reading social, school and community mentoring programs in Dorchester and Anne Arundel counties, a community supper, annual youth expo, annual Underground Railroad's Freedom Regatta for youth, a summer enrichment program, a learning lab installed during the COVID-19 pandemic to assist youth with virtual learning, and much, much more. She offers workshops and trainings for adults that include health and wellness education, financial literacy, self-care, as well as parenting styles. Amica is also the author of 2 books. Thank you so much, Amica. Would you like to say anything?
Hello, thank you. I'm honored 100%. I just think that when people look at the Eastern Shore, they discount what can be done here. And I think what we've seen, especially with COVID, is that partnerships are important and that advocating for our children's mental health, it should be a #1 priority, because if it's not taken care of early on, we see the ramifications later in life from substance use, incarceration, and things like that. So I just really think it's imperative that we really highlight and emphasize the importance of children's mental health and connecting the dots with the parents and all of the systems that are into play. And again, thank you, Nancy Shockley, because I was shocked, but thank you. I appreciate it. And I do appreciate all that Midshore Behavioral Health does as well.
Thank you, Amica. Sharon, I think you're next.
I'm ready. Thank you, Amica, and thank you, Audra. Our next special recognition is for the category of education. And this nomination goes to the Project Aware Grant, which is supported by Cara Callaway, Mental Health Coordinator, Nikki Fisher, Program Supervisor, and Dr. Derek Simmons, Interim Superintendent with the Caroline County Public School Systems. Project Aware funds have expanded the mental health and social emotional footprint for students, staff, families, community in the coming years. This includes ACEs trainings, youth mental health first aid, and QPR trainers for CCPS staff, families, and community partners. I'm not sure whose slide is next, Kelly, so if you could advance, I think there's a picture. Wonderful. So Dr. Derek Simmons is in his 20th year as a public educator, all within Caroline County Public School. He has served as a teacher, assistant principal, and principal at the high school level. He has also served as K-12 instructional supervisor, director of student services, and is currently the interim superintendent of schools. In the community, Dr. Simmons has served on the Caroline County Recreation and Parks Advisory Board, Caroline County YMCA Branch Board, Caroline County Planning Commission, Maryland Rural Health Collaborative, Caroline County Junior Achievement Board, and Food for Learning Incorporated Board. He supports the belief of the school system that it is through strong community partnerships that our students will succeed. Dr. Simmons, if you're with us, would you like to have anything to say? Okay, I didn't think I saw him, but I do see, Kelly, if you could advance. Thank you kindly. Nikki Fisher, who serves as supervisor of alternative programs and equity initiatives, school counselors, service learning, alternative school, parent community engagement, the Aware Grant, virtual learning. She is a former school counselor and building administrator, and she has served for 21 years with the Caroline County Public School Systems. Nikki, is there anything that you'd like to say?
I would just like to thank you so much for the honor of this special recognition. I am so excited about Project Aware and it coming to our county. And we have grown in our capacity with additional staffing. And we hope that we continue to do good work and are acknowledged again so that we can bring an even larger team. But also just the connection with Midshore Behavioral and all that you do. And even today, being on this call, learning about even more resources that are here in our region. So believe me, I am literally taking notes about all the different people and all the wonderful things they're doing to make even more connections, because that is what brings power for our students. Thank you again.
Thanks, Nikki. And last but not least, Cara Callaway is an LCSWC who is proudly employed as a mental health coordinator for Caroline County Public Schools. Mrs. Callaway assists in training staff and partners on a variety of mental and behavioral health issues. She is a Family Tree Certified Master Presenter on Adverse Childhood Experience and is a Certified Presenter for Youth Mental Health First Aid and QPR, which stands for Question, Persuade, Refer, a Suicide Awareness and Prevention Program. Mrs. Callaway also works closely with a team of Caroline County Public School professionals to expand a trauma-informed approach whereby students and families are empowered to build healthy coping skills and resilience, and to enhance social, emotional well-being of students, families, staff, and the community at large. Congratulations. Is there anything that you'd like to say, Cara?
Hi, I'd like to thank you first, Sharon, for recognizing this initiative and Caroline County Public Schools. It's a great honor for me to be here and to be working with this team in Caroline County Public Schools and with this amazing group of professionals that's on today. I enjoy the partnerships, and like Nikki said, every time I join with this group of individuals or subset, I learn so much more. So I'm thankful to have these resources for our students, and I am just thankful to be here and be able to make some of those connections for our children and our families. They deserve it, and there's so much potential for them. So I am really tickled to be here. And I also want to thank our Lifetime Achievement, someone that's on this call today that I've learned an awful lot from, Mr. Dale Oberender, and I see you on the screen, and I just want to thank you for my background and my training as well. So thank you all.
Thank you, Cara, and thank you to all those who have anything to do with the Project Aware grant in Caroline County. And now I'm going to hand it over to Ann.
Sorry about that. Thank you, Sharon. So we are going to do the special recognition for the Unsung Hero. Our Unsung Hero is, I didn't know if the picture was up yet. So our Unsung Hero is Sherelle Brooks. She is a correctional officer at Queen Anne's County Detention Center. So Sherelle is an officer with exemplary correction officer who represents the natural ability to care for those who are experiencing adjustment challenges within the detention center. Ms. Brooks is able to demonstrate empathy for all incarcerated individuals as they experience adjustment to the new environment and circumstances. Many individuals have remarked about how special this officer is, and that she has been the bridge to help them get through challenging times. Officer Brooks goes above and beyond the duties of a correctional officer. Officer Brooks respects the dignity and worth of the incarcerated individuals and does not judge them based on their behaviors, experiences, or history. Officer Brooks may not know the value of her efforts, but she is indeed an unsung hero and deserving of recognition. Congratulations, Sherelle Brooks. Would you like to have a few words you would like to say?
No, thank you. I'm just honored to be here.
Thank you, Sherelle. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And the next unsung hero is Beth Brewster. It's my honor to award this award to Beth and the Caroline County Public Schools Nutrition Division. The Caroline County Nutrition Division, which is led by Beth Brewster and its many community partners and volunteers, worked tirelessly throughout the school closures to ensure that children did not go hungry. Beth is a strong proponent of farm to tray in the school system and addressing poverty in our community, ensuring that children have access to nutritious food that builds strong minds and bodies. In addition to providing school lunches at the 9 schools in the county, provide universal. If everybody would please mute their audio right now, thank you. They also provide universal breakfast in the classroom, after school suppers, and assist in coordinating the volunteer backpack meal program operated through Caroline Helping Hands. All of this was amazing enough, but when confronted with universal shutdown of schools and stay-at-home orders, Beth and her team knew that the 54% of students eligible for free or reduced lunches relied on those meals to stay healthy, and parents relied on the meals to help them make their limited household budgets stretch. They also knew that with businesses shut down, that even more families would need the support. A huge thank you to Beth and the Caroline County Nutrition Division for ensuring that the children and families of Caroline County had nutritious meals despite barriers. And I'm not sure if I've seen Beth. If you're here and would like to say a few words. Okay, moving on. I think it's up to Sharon.
Sure is. Thank you, Audra, and thank you to Beth, even though she's not with us. So our next Unsung Hero special recognition is for Mr. Eric Knapp and the Town of Denton Planning and Codes. Eric reached into Midshore Behavioral Health in December of 2020 for assistance with a community member. He requested that a mental health professional be available for assistance with a community member who had been cited for hoarding, and along with the town's plan to help that individual. They were looking to do an intervention at the end of January. Midshore Behavioral Health then reached out to the Eastern Shore Crisis Response for assistance from the mobile crisis team once the intervention was scheduled. Midshore Behavioral Health followed up with the town regarding intervention and explained the role of mental health professionals and also the mobile crisis team. The town of Denton reached out to community businesses and agencies, for example, the Renner Center, Connors Plumbing, and the health department to help with this intervention also. Volunteers and a trusted friend of the resident were in place for the intervention that was a success, and plans are in place for ongoing support. Eric's role as the property management inspector for the town of Denton is sometimes very challenging, but when he comes across folks in need, he says that he tries to help them as much as he can. Everyone needs a hand sometime, and if the opportunity arises where he can use his position to help, that is just what he'll do. Eric acknowledges that he cannot do this by himself, but he enlists as many individuals and agencies as needed to solve the problem. He believes that when we all work together, we can solve any problem. So thank you to Eric and the town of Denton as our unsung heroes. Congratulations. I think I saw you on the screen. Eric, is there anything that you'd like to say?
Yes, thank you, Sharon. This was a very big surprise when you called. And I thank you for being available and having the mobile crisis team available, even though we didn't need them. I was really thinking that we might, because this was something that was, you don't really know what you, until you see something like this, how massive the effort is. And I do want to thank all my bosses here at the town of Denton for allowing me to go as far as we did with this. I'll name a few businesses: Bullock's Deli for providing all food for volunteers on volunteer days. The Caroline County Health Department came through in a big way with funding to help clean the property up. Jamie Darling Plumbing did the plumbing at no cost. And I want to give, Renner Center has offered all new furniture. The many volunteers that there's too many to mention and name, and folks that donated money. I also want to give a big new development in the last couple of days. The Lowe's in Easton is volunteered to provide everything else we need: carpet, appliances, everything, new AC units, installers. It was unbelievable. I had heard about a donation program that they do. Called down there, talked to the manager, and within 2 hours I get an email back saying they're all in. So I'm very looking forward to that happening very soon. And this, when I first met her, I often say, and we joke about it now, that she was the strongest, most stubborn woman I've ever met in my life. And you know, she's in her 80s and she just doesn't put up with nothing. And she kept telling me for 6 months she would take care of it herself. And she truly wanted to do that. And she's a wonderful lady. I had great opportunity to meet her through my job. And now I think we're even good friends. And once she's back in her home, I think we're gonna have a big old barbecue over at her house, and she can thank everybody that was involved. It's a wonderful opportunity. I also want to mention there's other things that I do have involved. Those of you in the Caroline County School Board, I'm currently working on another file that I'm working with, and I could use your help. So I'm going to be giving you guys a call that we're on here, and to Senator Eckert, if you could. One thing I came across in this is that I guess laws sometimes get in the way of government agencies working together due to this, that, or the other. And I don't know if you can introduce any type of legislation that can give government agencies and even NGOs more ability to work together without restrictions. I'm sure we could accomplish just so much more for the community. So thank you.
Thank you again, Eric. And at this time, we're going to pass it over to Bridget.
Hi, thank you. Can you hear me? Yeah, okay. My name is Bridget Keeley, and I also work here at Midshore Behavioral Health. And it is my pleasure to award Katie Tiki for another Unsung Hero Award. Katie is the Vice President of Marketing and Communications at For All Seasons. Katie, she was nominated by Beth Langell. The Katie Tiki came to For All Seasons in May of 2019 as a marketing and communications professional. She was hired into a brand new position, and previously all of the marketing and communication efforts were for staff or board, that was led by staff or board. In 2 short years, Katie transformed For All Seasons public face from a small nonprofit into a thriving company image with a strong brand presence, including a new logo, a website, brochure, track cards, and a strong, comprehensive and annual report. For the first time, the agency has a public face that matches the professionalism of the team and the quality of services that they provide to the community. The agency is no longer in the shadows and appears all across the Midshore. Many times our community has commented, For All Seasons is everywhere. Katie is very thoughtful about everything she does with the marketing and communications. Her careful attention to language and imagery they use to describe the agency services has made a big difference in the public's understanding of what we offer and who we are. The visual impact of our brand identity is strong. For the first time, our agency is advertising and has a presence on Google, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and Instagram. We have used social and digital media to raise over $150,000 since the onset of COVID. Without Katie's work, we would not have been as prepared for the changes that 2020 brought to all of us. Working with a committee of volunteers and team members, Katie's professionalism, easy personality, and good nature make her extremely valuable member of the For All Seasons team. However, she is always in the background. And as the CEO of the agency, you hope that you find someone who is talented and gracious as Katie to help plan and execute a comprehensive marketing and communications plan. We struck gold when Katie agreed to come to the agency. Simply put, Katie Tiki is a perfect example of an unsung hero that deserves recognition for the enormous contribution she has made to the community and the agency. So thank you, Katie. I don't know if she is on here, but if you are, would you like to say a few things?
Can you hear me?
There you are, yes.
Okay. I am here and I am very grateful. I'm here with my team right now, and really what I just wanted to say a few words about them. I gave some thought this morning and 3 words came to mind: heart, determination, and creativity. The For All Seasons team truly gives their all to everything that they do. They put their heart on the line. This is not about punching in and punching out. It's about serving the people and doing the best work we can do. So this team has a huge heart. I also really admire the determination and the hard work and the countless hours that my team puts into everything they do. They're a wonderful example. And the creativity piece is just such a joy. With marketing, the more creativity and the more ways you can find to reach people and to bring effective messaging, just the more fun and effective that is. So I really have a privilege in sharing and mirroring back to the community the work of the agency. It's just a true privilege. And the last thing I just want to say is I hope all of you on the call will get to know us better. Spend some time on our website and social media pages. We have a lot of fun. We're doing a confetti challenge right now for mental health awareness. And we'd love to partner with other agencies and organizations. So I hope you all will reach out to us if you have a creative idea. And we're stronger when we are all working together and complementing one another. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Katie. And Midshore did participate in the confetti challenge, and it was a lot of fun. So anyone out there that's interested, let them know. So I am up again, and it is also my honor to recognize Heather Brown as an unsung hero. She is the Operations and Training Director for Eastern Shore Psychological Services. Heather started at ESPS in 2015. She is responsible for the overall operations of the agency, which includes certification and policy and procedures. She works with staff to create trainings that can further help them to develop stronger competencies and skills that can assist their clients, such as training in forensic, substance use disorders, behavioral health, and working with the police and law enforcement. Heather is the co-founder and president of a 501c3 called Behind the Line Incorporated. This organization focuses on first responders and family wellness. Heather and her husband, Corporal Matt Brown, teach first responders about peer support, and they help them develop skills to help others. This board has also organized and sponsors events to increase first responders to wellness resources such as therapy, yoga, and peer groups. The group is planning to host a first responders wellness conference in September of 2020. Behind the Line has continued to grow and is working with local first responder agencies to incorporate resiliency programs and to help them with clinical consultation for peer teams. Heather also teaches critical incident stress management, and she'll be presenting at the National CIS Conference. She also helps teach at the Police Academy. Heather has further identified and developed skills to assist with high-risk youth for violence. Eastern Shore Psychological Services works closely with the Department of Juvenile Services to address and treat youth who have the potential for chronic violence. This has allowed opportunities to address potential risks and work with community services to create teams to further address these potential youth. Heather has served Wicomico County for many, many years, and she's provided great services and leadership. Heather Brown is an important member of the Eastern Shore Psychological Team. So congratulations, Heather. And are you on here? Would you like to say a few words?
I am. I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate everyone and their acknowledgement. I've had a great time working, especially with the mobile crisis and CIT at the Midshore, and I hope to continue to do it more. And we are having the conference in September, First Responder Wellness Conference, and it will be the 9th and 10th in Ocean City. And we can send out flyers if anybody's interested, but it's a great opportunity to learn more and to support our local first responders. And again, just thank you everybody for the support.
Thank you, Heather. Congratulations. Now I am handing the baton to Katie Dilley for our last but definitely not least Unsung Hero Award.
Thank you, Bridget. I have the honor to recognize Joe Jones in a special recognition for Unsung Hero. And I do believe that Joe is with us this afternoon, and hopefully you'll be able to say a few words. But Joe has been employed with the state of Maryland since his first hire with the Department of Juvenile Justice in 1992. And while working full-time and going to college in 2003, Joe received a Master of Human Services degree from Lincoln University. In 2004, Joe opened an outpatient substance use disorder program called Certified Counseling Services of Centerville and served as a director and a counselor. In 2016, Joe was hired as the director of Caroline County Behavioral Health, while also fulfilling the role of the local addiction authority for Caroline County. While working full-time and going to college and receiving his Master of Human Services degree, he was able to gear up to prepare for his responsibilities and serving in a large responsibility role in Caroline County. Once in Caroline County and serving as the LEA and the Director of Mental Health and Substance Use, Joe was able to be the brainchild and support the telehealth program with the University of Maryland and the Mobile Treatment Unit to get that program launched with the University of Maryland and is continuing to be a very successful resource in the community today. In 2019, Joe returned to Kent County and assumed the role of the Local Addiction Authority Director, as well as the Director of the AF Whitsitt Center. And after completing his first Midshore program plan for the Community Behavioral Health Plan with Midshore Behavioral Health and our 5 local addiction authorities here in the region, Joe stepped back and focused his efforts around just being the director there at the AF Whitsitt Center, which I think the timing was probably very appropriate, because who knew that we were about to transition into a pandemic mode. So Joe's attention to the operations there at the AF Whitsitt Center was really paramount. He's been able to support the collaboration with Midshore Behavioral Health with bringing up the crisis opioid bed unit at the AF Whitsitt Center and working to advocate to expand that to a much more robust service and unit there at the AF Whitsitt Center. It goes without saying that the COVID-19 pandemic has certainly presented challenges with operations and obtaining PPE and so forth, but Joe's leadership has been steadfast. And I know he's truly been a champion of trying to keep the doors open and services running and available for our community members in need. We know that Joe is getting ready to wind down a little bit and prepare for the next chapter of his career and life. And we're so excited for you, and certainly hope that you're not going to be a stranger to us, because you have always been a wonderful resource and a friend. So it is our honor to acknowledge you and your unconditional commitment to our community and those that you serve. So Joe, if you would like to say a few words, we would love to hear from you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you. And this is quite an honor to be mentioned among the people in this room. I've always, my first attendance of the Caliber Awards, you know, it was just a memorable event. And I'd just like to say, early on in my career, a gentleman told me, you know, many love the harvest, but few are willing to pull the plow. And I feel that the Caliber Awards, as people in this room, are groundbreakers, and I'm just honored to be a part of it. And, you know, Godspeed. I will say that momentum is a great force. Keep the momentum up. And Midshore, you do such a wonderful job of, you know, keeping everybody motivated and doing the work. And it's such an honor. It's been such an honor in my career to work with people and to work with professionals that are making such a big positive difference in people's lives. And I just feel honored to be a part of this. So thank you. I'll be around.
We hope so. We know where to find you. Thank you, Joe. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to move into another one of our award segments here this afternoon, and that is recognizing our Effective Programming Award. So Achieving Excellence Through Effective Programming is an award that recognizes programs that are effective in improving the provision of behavioral health services for residents in the Midshore region. A nominee in this award category will have demonstrated effective collaboration with consumers, family members, providers, community leaders by using creative and cost-effective methods. So I will turn this over. I believe it is Audra that's going to be, Bridget. Forgive me, for honoring and acknowledging our award recipient this afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you. So the Effective Programming Award goes to Miss Tina Marie Brown and the Child and Adolescent Program through affiliated Sante Group. Tina is the director of the Eastern Shore Crisis Response System, which includes the call center, mobile crisis teams, and CIT. So her nomination is the Child and Adolescent Program is a program that's highly needed in working with adolescents and has served the Midshore community well. The staff is able to respond to the home in an emergency to mitigate and assess crisis and to determine the need for psychiatric evaluation at the hospital. The response team is also able to obtain an emergency appointment with a psychiatrist in the local mental health treatment centers so that the need for medication can be evaluated. Along with community members, the workers can continue to work with the family on an ongoing voluntary basis to work on behavioral issues and communication within the family. The program has become very effective in working with community partners in making the home environment safe for all members of the family and therefore keeping children in the home. The Child and Adolescent Worker is part of the Child Protective Service multidisciplinary team in Queen Anne County, as well as on their LCT, and her expertise is very much appreciated. This enables the team to work together to provide mental health services to our youth in an area where resources are very limited. So congratulations to Tina and her team for this Child and Adolescent Program. And Tina, would you like to say a few words?
Just thank you. The team's the one that has done all the work. We're really grateful for having this program. And I think it was really great that we were able to continue throughout the pandemic. We had a few bumps in the road, but our team was able to work it out and continue to offer that service to children and families in the Midshore area. So it's really great. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Congratulations. And now I am turning it over to Ms. Audra again for Empowerment of Consumers Award.
Thank you, Bridget. It's my honor to deliver the next group of awards, which are the Achieving Excellence Through Empowerment of Consumers to the Midshore School Mental Health Coordinators. Yay! Achieving Excellence Through Empowerment of Consumers recognizes initiatives that have fostered the empowerment of consumers in the public behavioral health system through the promotion of wellness and recovery. Initiatives nominated for this award have helped to form a more resilience-oriented system of care, providing consumers with support to improve their health and wellness, live a self-directed life, and achieve their fullest potential. The school mental health coordinators have done an amazing job this year meeting the mental health needs of their students, families, and staff. During this school year, they have continuously worked to adapt their programs to meet the needs of students and staff as situations arise. They are creative, collaborative, compassionate, and committed to identify and put services and programs in place to meet the ever-changing needs of students during the COVID-19 crisis. They've gone above and beyond the call of duty to reach students, identify barriers for students who are not engaged in school, and work collaboratively to adapt plans to meet individual needs. They've worked to create programs for staff to use in their classrooms, as well as identified other programs that would be beneficial for their students and staff. They continue to meet with students as well as the school-based social workers in order to identify the unmet needs of their students. Flexibility has been a key skill that they have used on a daily basis this year. Having the mental health coordinators to coordinate the services in each county is such an important part of children receiving an education. So the first one that I am going to honor is Cara Callaway, who's the mental health coordinator in Caroline County Public Schools. We heard a little bit about Cara earlier with another award, and I just want to say Cara is a Caroline County native, and in her role, she works with school staff, school and community mental health providers, and many other community service providers to coordinate and connect students and their families with meaningful mental and behavioral health supports. She assists with connections to community-based services for food, housing, employment, substance use treatment, and other needs to remove barriers to student success. Ms. Callaway assists in training staff and partners on a variety of mental and behavioral health issues. Thank you so much, Cara. Would you like to say something?
I just want to thank you, Audra, for recognizing the school mental health coordinators. It has been a year, but it's been less of a difficult year for us than many others. And thank you for recognizing the work. But we're here to support others, and we couldn't do it without you guys and this team and Katie and the group of folks that, we're constantly meeting with and partnering with. So thank you very much. And I'm just so happy to be here. Thanks
Thank you,
again.
Cara. The next person is Megan Pinder, and she's the mental health coordinator at Queen Anne's County, one of the mental health coordinators at Queen Anne's County Public Schools. Megan is unavailable today, but she sends her thanks for this nomination, saying, "This recognition is so appreciated. Through ever-changing times, we've remained committed to supporting our students, families, and community, and accessing mental health services and supports, which wouldn't be possible without all of our incredible partnerships. I'm honored to be a part of a passionate and dedicated network." The next individual is Sterling Ward, and she is the other mental health coordinator at Queen Anne's County Public Schools. And I believe Sterling was called to an emergency meeting and isn't going to be able to attend either today, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you a little bit about her. Sterling has served as a clinical resource specialist with the Department of Special Education of Queen Anne's County Public Schools for the past 25 years. Yes, I said 25 years. She recently added to her repertoire the title of mental health coordinator and works in conjunction with her partner, Megan Pinder. Sterling is a huge asset to Queen Anne's County Public Schools, students and families, always advocating for the needs of the students. Sterling and Megan split and serve the students and families to feeder schools of the two high schools. Prior to coming to Queen Anne County Public Schools, Sterling provided the school-based mental health services to Caroline County Public Schools through the Caroline County Mental Health Clinic and worked with the Governor's Office on Children, Youth, and Families. Thank you so much, Sterling and Megan, for serving Queen Anne's County. The next one would be Kiwana Webb, who's the mental health coordinator at Dorchester County Public Schools. Kiwana is a Dorchester County native who brings a wealth of experience in the field of social work to this position, with previous experience as an adjunct professor at Chesapeake College and Salisbury University, local Department of Social Service employee, and private practice therapist. Mrs. Webb currently serves as a mental health services coordinator and supervisor of school social workers for Dorchester County Public Schools. Mrs. Webb prides herself on helping others to be the best they can be. She's a true asset to the field of social work and has nurtured and mentored hundreds of other social workers through her employment and teaching. She believes that change happens when people are given proper guidance. They need to draw on their own strengths and beliefs and realize their potentials to live a full and productive life. She lives by the philosophy told by Maya Angelou. I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Congratulations, Kiwana. Would you like to say something?
Good afternoon. Just wanted to say thank you for this award. Really appreciate it. This could not have been done without all the help of our mental health community partners and with the help of our school staff. And so we really appreciate all that's being done within the community every year, but especially this year during this difficult time. So really thank you. I feel honored to have the opportunity today, and looking forward to what's next with Dorchester County Schools.
Thank you, Kiwana. The next recipient is Rob Schmidt, who's the mental health coordinator at Talbot County Public Schools. Dr. Rob Schmidt is a national speaker and consultant on building sustainable school mental health and suicide prevention programs and on active shooter murder suicide. Rob has authored chapters in books by Dr. Kathy Seifert, How Children Become Violent, and Youth Violence. He's led studies in youth suicide, school mental health, and is a contributor to Preventing Suicide, a toolkit for high schools, substance abuse, and mental health services administration. In 2009, Rob published the Risk Identification Suicide Kit, and in 2018, the RISK-2, a validated suicide assessment tool for ages 7 through 24. Dr. Schmidt is the mental health coordinator for Talbot County Public Schools and provides outpatient services at Bridges Behavioral Health and Wellness in Centerville. Congratulations, Dr. Schmidt. I don't believe he's here. And then I have one final. Vander Hamelin is the mental health coordinator in Kent County Public Schools. Vander has served as a Kent County Public Schools mental health and school safety coordinator for the past 2 years. His goals in this position are to ensure all of our schools have a safe learning environment, and to ensure any student who needs mental health services receives the resources and treatment to help them be successful throughout their educational journey. Vander, would you like to say something? All right, let's give a big hand to the 5 county mental health coordinators for each of the county schools. And I will turn it back over to Katie.
Sorry, just trying to get caught up on where we are in the agenda here. Okay. Okay. Great. So our next award is our Interagency and Community Collaboration Award, excuse me. And so for those of you who aren't familiar with this award is in recognition of a provider's efforts and initiatives that successfully collaborate with other agencies to provide easily accessible and needed services, support, and/or opportunities that improve the quality of life for consumers in our public behavioral health system. So I believe that Mrs. Sharon Lewis will be honoring our award recipients this afternoon. So Sharon, if you would, I'm going to hand it over to you.
Thank you, Katie. Good afternoon, again, everyone. So as Katie stated, the Interagency and Community Collaboration this year goes to the Kent County START team, which is comprised of Cassandra Richardson, who is a peer specialist, Carmelyn Botchman, apologize if I mispronounced that, who is the DSS caseworker, Maddie Meehan, who is the former supervisor, Cammie Morris, who is the current supervisor, and also Lindy Schrader, who is the health department supervisor. The START, or Sobriety Treatment and Recovery Team model, is a state of Maryland initiative implemented in 12 counties. The START model is a child welfare-led, evidence-based intervention that focuses on improving outcomes for families affected by child maltreatment and substance use. Kent County identified the need for peer support to be combined with the child welfare system to enhance services and support to consumers and families who have a substance-exposed newborn. A partnership between the Behavioral Health Administration and Social Services Administration allowed the Kent County Health Department and Kent County Department of Social Services to work collaboratively to hire and supervise a family peer mentor who is housed within the Department of Social Services, but supervised by both agencies. The START model aims to mitigate systems issues that result in barriers to families being able to access services in a timely manner. The approach involves cross-system collaboration and flexibility to meet the unique needs of the population. The Kent County START program has worked diligently to improve partnerships with various community agencies, including Kent County Behavioral Health, Kent County Public Schools, the A.F. Whitsitt Center, ESPS, or Eastern Shore Psychological Services, Community Behavioral Health, and Maryland Coalition of Families. Through this collaboration, services have been enhanced to Kent County consumers. The Kent County START program has been recognized from the implementation team as a success and a positive example for other counties in Maryland. On average, Kent County has served 9 families each year in the START program. Congratulations again to the Kent County START program for the Interagency and Community Collaboration Award. I see that a few of those staff members are with us. If any of you would like to have anything to say at this time, please do so. Would you like for me to call on you? No, I'm just joking. Okay. Congratulations again and thank you.
Okay. At this point in our program, we are going to move into the Mary Beth Brennaman Award, which is obviously a very near and dear award to the team here at Midshore Behavioral Health. For those of you who aren't aware, Mary Beth was an amazing team member that sadly, we're coming up this, I guess it's this summer, end of the summer, we're coming up on the 3rd anniversary of her passing. So we just like to take a moment and acknowledge Mary Beth's spirit, as she definitely is with us every day, and I think is probably shining down and participating right now in this award celebration. I think this was probably one of her favorite events, was to really see the community come together and really connect and honor just the champions and the awesome work that we do here in the Midshore. So there's no doubt that her energy and spirit is here today. And out of that, we have created the Mary Beth Brennaman Award, which is an award that recognizes an outstanding individual who demonstrates unconditional commitment, passion, and for the mission and vision of his or her organization. This individual brings sincere compassion to the population served, humor, no doubt, generosity, just spirit and overall outstanding attitude into the workplace. This individual does not necessarily have to be someone who is providing direct services, but just someone who stands out as an exceptionally positive individual with a wonderful attitude and support for their team, and an unconditional commitment to the consumers and the community that we serve, which I think Mary Beth really helps, certainly drives me to do the work every day. And I believe that several of us on the team feel that. And that she would be so impressed with all that we've been able to achieve in the face of the pandemic. And this year we have the honor, I should say, of honoring 2 individuals that really embody this award. So for the first award, I believe Janine Beasley with our team is going to recognize one of our very own team members who recently retired from Midshore Behavioral Health, but it's just a beautiful gift to bring you back shortly after your retirement and extend this award to you. So Janine, I know you'll be honoring Mrs. Rosalind Hinson, and we're just beaming about this. So Janine.
Thank you, Katie. And I just want to say that it's an honor to present this award to Miss Rosalind. Miss Rosalind embodies the true spirit of the Mary Beth Brennaman Award. She is fondly referred to as Miss Rosalind by her coworkers and is the former administrative specialist at Midshore Behavioral Health. But that title does not begin to capture her true position in our organization. Miss Rosalind is the caring voice that greets every caller who contacts Midshore Behavioral. Callers can range from state officials to consumers who are overwhelmed and frustrated and contact us because they don't know where else to turn. Regardless of the reason of their call, when Rosalind answers, the caller receives a kind, caring, and helpful response. For those seeking services, many of whom have contacted multiple agencies before, the impact of a helpful, kind voice cannot be emphasized enough. If Rosalind does not know the answer, she makes sure their question is relayed to the appropriate person who can assist. Rosalind's enthusiasm for the work of our agency extends far beyond the office walls. Rosalind often volunteered in the community at events and could be seen wearing her Go Purple shirt and attending Go Purple events, and has done many of the other things that we've done at the office, like planting trees at Tuckahoe State Park on Earth Day, giving out backpacks at DSS school giveaways, filling boxes of food at St. Vincent de Paul, and one of our favorite events too, making oyster balls at Phillips Wharf to help the Chesapeake Bay. As helpful as she has been to the community, she has been equally helpful to each of her coworkers, sharing laughter and helping carry sorrow. Her sincerity, her kindness, and her lovely spirit has been demonstrated each and every day, and much like our former friend and colleague, Mary Beth Brennaman. And I truly cannot think of a more deserving person for this award. And I believe that Mary Beth is smiling down on all of us right now and is very, very happy that you, Rosalind, are getting this award.
Thank you so much, Janine. I am so humbled and grateful, you know that. Mary Beth was a sweet person, and you can see that from her smile. I do miss that. And this is really, really special to me. And I love you all. Thank you so much. And I do miss you all too, but I'm going to continue to do the work that I'm supposed to do, whether I'm at Midshore or at home. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. Love you.
Thank you, Roslyn.
Okay. Well, on to our second award recipient for the Mary Beth Brennaman Award. And I have the pleasure of extending this award to Kathy Langell, who was nominated on behalf of the For All Seasons team by Beth Ann Langell. And Kathy Langell started at For All Seasons over 15 years ago in the Client Services Department. Since then, she has worked her way up to become Supervisor of Client Services. Kathy has put together and nurtured a stellar client services support team with the perfect welcoming environment and a tenor of care that the agency clients just absolutely love. Kathy is the first person to show up at the agency every single day, and she makes sure everything is ready to go for her team and her clients. Kathy has a heart of gold and wants very much to be a part of the services for the clients and the staff. Sorry, and this is my cat in the background meowing. She's up for the first time today. She's 19. Please forgive me. Ensuring a smooth connection for scheduling, therapy, and psychiatry for everyone who walks in the door. She always has a duty that is served. Kathy has grown tremendously as a supervisor over the past 7 years. She is always, she is always curious about more efficient ways to get things done, wrapping around her team while also setting good boundaries. Kathy's the type of supervisor that believes it's the little things that matter. You can find her leaving a leprechaun gift on St. Patrick's Day, holding an impromptu dance break with her team when it's been a particularly stressful day, and she always has a laugh to share. All the while assisting with community partners' needs, taking care of the psychiatry team, and assisting with whatever comes her way that day. She simply loves her job and the clients. Let's see. Kathy really cares about the staff and understands that it's her job to ensure that people on the front line are able to find joy in their work and always have a smile for visitors and clients. She is someone that our staff and clients have come to rely on when they have a question or concern. She goes above and beyond her work and is such an important member of our management team. When the team of For All Seasons thinks of Kathy, they think about the joy that Mary Beth brought people's lives. Kathy comes to mind every time. It's a special kind of person that brightens the day of so many. Kathy Langell is that person. And thank you for the opportunity on behalf of For All Seasons to recognize Kathy. And everyone at the agency would love to see, or is loving to see you receive this public recognition for all of your contributions to For All Seasons, and congratulations. And I'm not sure if Kathy is joining in with us this afternoon. I know there were some folks from For All Seasons on a shared camera. So if Kathy, if you're here, if you'd love to say a few words, we would like to hear from you. Congratulations.
Yes, I would. Thank you so much for this honor. I am honored and pleased to accept the Mary Beth Brennaman Award. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. I am so grateful to my late sister who brought me to For All Seasons in 2007. I had retired from what I had done previously. I went to her appointment with her. They knew I was looking for part-time work. I was hired the next week. My journey began then. I have had the pleasure of working with extraordinary, talented men and women. I want to thank Beth Ann Langell for mentoring me in the client services supervisor role that I hold today. I also want to thank Lisa Lee for her constant support. I want to thank all of my coworkers, but last but not least, I want to thank my stellar client services team. That without them, they are the face of For All Seasons. We are the gatekeepers of the whole agency, and we do extraordinary work. Thank you so much for this. I greatly appreciate this. Thank you.
Congratulations. It sounds like you've got quite a team over there celebrating. So congratulations, Kathy. Okay, and I think Sharon is going to be heading us up here with our Lifetime Achievement Awards.
Okay, I sure am. So last but not least, the Lifetime Achievement Award recognizes a professional life of hard work, dedication, and contributions by an individual who has shown their commitment and dedicated focus on improving the public behavioral health system. This year, we have 2 individuals who have displayed these attributes. Dina Gomez Daly is currently Executive Director and co-founder of Building African American Minds, also known as BAM. She began this position in April of 2021. Prior to this, Dina was the Director of Caroline County Department of Social Services since 2004. As Director, she was responsible for oversight of many programs that provided assistance to families in need, including medical assistance, energy assistance, food supplemental programs, child support program, child protective services, foster care, adoptions, adult services program, etc. Mrs. Daly also served as Assistant Director for Child and Family Services at the Dorchester County Department of Social Services from 1999 to 2004. Mrs. Daly has served in many local governmental and nonprofit boards and has held many leadership positions in several of them. She was not able to be with us today because her son is graduating from college, so we very much understand that. But she sends this statement: please let everyone know how touched I am for the recognition, and I am continuing to work as the new executive director for BAM, and will look forward to working with everyone in this new capacity. So can we just give a congratulations to Dina Daly for our first Lifetime Achievement Award recipient. So this year's co-recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award is none other than Mr. Dale Oberender, LCSW. So Mr. Oberender was the Assistant Director of the Caroline County Department of Social Services. He retired having served from 2003 through 2020, so a recent retiree. He oversaw the work of Services Division, which provides child protective services, intake and investigations, in-home and family preservation services, foster care and adoptions, licensing and court-ordered services, adult protective services, social services to adults, in-home aid services, homeless services, and emergency services. He served on the Caroline County Adult Guardianship Review Board, the Caroline County Local Drug and Alcohol Abuse Council, and the Caroline County Local Care Team. He continues to serve on the advisory board for the Board of Child Care in Denton, Maryland. He is passionate about obtaining educational services and employment opportunities for individuals with autism and has advocated with local school systems, legislators, and service providers for their support. I do believe I've seen Dale with us. Congratulations. Please share some words of wisdom. We are waiting.
Thank you, Sharon. I appreciate it. And I thank all of you for this recognition. I do share this with my staff. I could not have done all the work that we accomplished and without them. And I have to recognize that there are many people that are on this call today that were at one point in time staff at Caroline County DSS. You all know who you are. And, you know, I've had the privilege and honor of working with each of you, you know, through those years. I have to recognize our community partners. You know, again, the work that we do at Caroline DSS could not have been accomplished without the help of the community and the community partners, our law enforcement folks, our Board of Ed folks, our mental health folks, and that list goes on and on. You know, I had the privilege of working through the years with the LCT, used to be the LCC, and, you know, and all the community partners around that table, our court system, our legislators. I don't know if Addie's still on here, and some of the legislators that were on the call, you know, with the tireless advocacy that you guys have given to try to get laws passed and regulations changed so that we can better serve the community and protect the children and the vulnerable adults. So I really do appreciate this. This recognition means a lot to me. I was very surprised. So I thank you for the honor and the recognition. And I know Dina would say the same. You know, unfortunately, she's not able to join because her son Andrew is graduating from college today. So we do, you know, want to recognize her as well. So just thank you very much. I really appreciate the honor and the recognition. And I enjoyed working with all of you.
Thank you, Dale. We are ahead of schedule, Midshore. Good job.
I know.
Katie.
Wow. Well, yes, and thank you, Dale. Congratulations. And we're so glad that you could be here. And hopefully we'll continue to see you in other capacities along the way. Well, this brings us to an early close to our ceremony this afternoon. It just warms my heart to come together and honor you all and celebrate together. And it's been an amazing year. And I'm looking forward to what this next year brings. And hopefully, as I said earlier, we'll be doing this in person a year from now. Really looking forward to that. And just want to thank you all for staying with us this afternoon and being here to celebrate and gather. It's been a gift. And congratulations to all of our award recipients and to all of you for doing the amazing work that you do and the commitment to serve the Midshore region. So thank you all for joining us today. And we look forward to seeing you, I'm sure, very soon in a work group or a meeting at Midshore or out in the community or on another virtual meeting soon. But thank you again. It's been such a gift. I'm just honored to honor all of you and the work that you do. So thank you for being here. And way to go, Midshore team.
Thanks,
Nice job, Kelly.
Good job.
Great
Very
job.
nice.
You did it.
Nicely done.
Good job, everyone.
Awesome.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Senator Eckert.
Good job, Kelly and the team. Thank you.
Thanks. Thanks, JoJo.
There's everybody.
Hey, there's everybody.
Hey,
I got to know names and faces I didn't know before. This is kind of nice.
It is nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm seeing all these faces for the first time because I stopped sharing my screen, and I just, Senator Eckert, your words were beautiful, opening us up. Thank you. And just thank you to all the team members that supported this process. I wish Julie Slivka could be here. Julie put together the entire PowerPoint presentation and did such a beautiful job, provided our background. Amazing to hear the stories of the incredible people who are doing amazing things on the shore. So inspiring. So thank you all. And
well, thank you.
Have a good weekend, y'all.
That's right.
Have
Enjoy
a good
the
one.
weekend.
Thank you, guys.
You can all go out and celebrate now. It's over.
Have a good one.
Good job. Good work, Dale.
Thank you,
I
Addie.
miss that dessert table.
I know. Where's the food? Next year we'll make up for it.
Right.
We sure will.
All about the vittles.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye,
everyone. I don't want to click the end. It seems so mean to just shut it down all the